The first thing you should really be looking at is your website. Always call this, like, you know, in terms of brick and mortar, this is your digital storefront. You know, for a lot of us, this is the first thing people are going to see. This is how people, potential customers are going to kind of size you up to see if you're fit for the job, or if you're, good enough to handle what they're looking to get serviced, or the product they're looking to buy. Are you good enough? There's a lot of websites I look at, and from the outside looking in at a very first glance, you might think it looks good, it might be cute, or it might have a good picture of you on there, but does it actually move the buying decision forward? Does it actually tell an accurate story about who you are, what your brand does, the value it provides, etc.? When someone lands on your page, what are they seeing? Is there a headline, or is there a mission statement that says what you do, what value, what service you provide? Header reels are super awesome, because you can put a 30-second video header reel, 60-second video header reel that has a bunch of clips that really advertises and markets what you do to someone, right? And these are things that are above the fold, meaning before someone scrolls down past that point, they see a header reel that visually explains what you do. That could be video or photo, and it's got a line of text or two headers that tell you what you do, what product or service you provide. That's super clutch. Another thing that I talk to a lot of companies out there, and there's a ton of information on a site, right? You might have too much text. Condense that. You don't want to vomit text all over your audience, because if someone's never done business with you, by having all that text on there, what you're doing is asking them to stop what they're doing and read it all. And although that might be great and pertinent information, people's attention spans don't exist, and they don't have time to read about something they don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? So you need to be very short and concise in terms of getting that point across. So that's why I always say, like, that header reel and that header text are super clutch. But then after that, making sure that you have, video content, photo content, very concise content that really explains what you do. Another thing is like call to actions. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want to be salesy, and I don't want to ask people to buy and click a button. Like, at the end of the day, you do need to move the buying decision forward. Are you trying to do business with your audience, your customers, or not? And call to action buttons that are simple, book now, or learn more, or get in touch, or watch now. These should be, as you scroll down every couple times, there should be one of these throughout the site. Because otherwise, what are you really doing? As someone scrolls down the page and they're ready to go, you gave them all this great information. What do I do now? Okay, how do I get in contact? Some people, they don't have a phone number, they don't have a call to action button, and it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to buy from you? You know what I mean? So again, header reels, header text, very short and succinct, video, photo content explains what you do, and most importantly, call to action buttons throughout your site. These are a few things that are going to really drive the buying decision forward. It's going to give you a great introduction to your brand for someone, and I'll compare it to this. If you're out there, say you're running Google search and all this stuff, and you're telling people, hey, check out my site, and it's not done. I compare it to like having a grand opening for a new store or a new building, and you're getting all these people there, and then when you open the door, the shit ain't put together right. There's still 2x4s up, and it's not done. So you just wasted all that that advertising money to drive traffic to something that's not really set up correctly to convert traffic. So those are just a few short things as far as your website goes that you really want to take into consideration before going into 2021. And one more thing, make sure that your Facebook and Google pixels are on every page of your website. Super clutch. Google and Facebook pixels every page of your website. Super clutch, and that ties into your advertising, your Google ads, your paid ads that I'll talk about later in this video.
Welcome to INDIRAP.